I haven't had the time to get into refurbishing the screens. Now I finally have some time. Here you can see the screen I'm using is cracked, but it's not really a good screen because the touch doesn't work at some parts of the screen. So I'll just show you real quick. So you can see the app follows my finger, but once I get here, it leaves my finger indicating that this part of the screen doesn't work. So the touch function on this part doesn't work properly. This is a good screen to use to learn. Since it's my first time, I'll be using this iPhone 12 screen, which is pretty much a damaged screen. So in case I make any mistakes or I damage it further, that won't be a really big problem since it's damaged already. So I'll just take it out. And here I'll set my heat plate to 100 degrees Celsius. I think that should be good enough to soften the adhesive. I'll just place the screen on. And this heat plate has a vacuum, so it's going to suck the screen and make sure it's firm. That way, once I start cutting through the adhesive, it's not going to move. So I'm going to turn on the vacuum. And now you can see it's sucked in, so it's going to be firm. It's not going to move. You want to make sure when you get a heat plate, it's something that has a vacuum. That way it helps hold the phone down whenever you're doing phone refurbishing. So I think it should be about hot right now. Let's take it out of the vacuum for now. So I can see where I can insert the string that goes in. That way we can cut through the adhesive. So I think a hole was already made on this one. Not sure why. So I'll just go through this and see if that helps. If I damage it, like I said, it's not the end of the world. So I get the wire, go starting from this top here. I'll just put my gloves just to protect myself. So yeah, I'll wrap the wire around this finger here. Now I'll go through. Looks like I'm in. I keep going side to side. I know this based on videos I've seen on YouTube, it takes a while to get this through, so I'm not gonna speed it up right now. I'm just gonna see how long it takes. That's the thing with screen refurbishing. Sometimes it might not be worth it, but we'll see. You can change the glasses are around $3 if you buy them in bulk. So if you can do a screen refurbish, that gives you an actual OEM original Apple screen, which you can use and put back on the iPhone and sell it and resell it, or if you're using it to fix a customer's phone. So yeah, it's going through as we can see. Just gonna keep going, hopefully. The workout. Without a vacuum on the heating plate, it's gonna be almost impossible to do this because it's gonna be moving and you might need someone to hold it down. If you work by yourself, you don't have anyone. You probably might not have anyone to hold it down, and it's more hectic and not efficient in my opinion, because the person can be doing something else with their time. I always like to find ways to save time, because time is the one thing you can't get back. So yeah, it's going through, as we can see. Oh, hurts my finger here. So I'll probably get another stronger glove. Most people put it on this, but it wasn't working nice for me, so I decided to wrap it around my finger. So I'll just use a different glove. So yeah, this glove should be a little bit better. Oh, gotta keep going. So hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes. I'll have a playlist where I'll put everything I do with screen refurbishing, starting from today. So that way you guys can learn and see how the whole process is, if it's something you want to get into, if it's worth getting into. So right now I put the heat temperature at 100 degrees. I try experimenting with some other temperatures higher than 100 just to see. Oh yeah, it came off. I gotta put it back. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we've gone almost halfway. Fingers crossed I haven't damaged the display yet. But even if I do damage it, it's not a big problem anyways, because this screen has touch issues. And now it's finally got it down again. We're halfway. It took less than 10 minutes, so I think once we get a hang of this, it might take us about 20 minutes to get this done. So now let's get into this part here. The vacuum is not holding it strong enough. I think we might have to place it over here. Hopefully that holds it. No, it's not holding. It's gonna be difficult if it can't hold down. So yeah, getting this part out. Let's see, it doesn't want to stick on the vacuum anymore. I might try another heat plate that I had way back just to see if it helps. Oh yeah, you can see that's out now. And I'll just test it real quick just to see if we damaged anything so far. I heard iPhone 12s are one of the easiest screens to refurbish, so yeah, we'll see. So far, we didn't need to take the bezels out. Older models, I know you always had to take the bezels out before taking the glass out. So we'll see how this goes. It's looking good so far. Besides the small hitch we had trying to get this heat plate to hold on to the screen. But I'm sure I'll find a way to get through this. So now I'm going to turn on the phone. It's looking good so far. So you can see that. Pretty good. Now we just have to figure out why this is not holding on to the screen. Not sure why it's not holding on to this screen. So this one's cracked, but the glass hasn't been taken out. There must be something causing it not to suck in. So I'm guessing because we got this opening here, might be why. So because we've taken this glass out, so it's not flush and not letting the vacuum suck it in. So it looks like this heat plate is holding it more. So you can see the suction cup. The good thing I have an extra heat plate. It's a lot noisier, but I guess it's gonna do the job. Okay, now this one holds a little bit louder. Hopefully you can still hear me. Like it's a good thing I have two heat plates. This was the older one I had way back. I just got the new one with the new refurbishing sets. But you can see it moves a lot compared to the other one. The other one was a lot more stable. I gotta hold it. Like I said, if everything worked out good, this should probably take about, let's say about 20 minutes, maybe 10. So you move side to side. The way it looks, it might be worth refurbishing the 12 series so far. It looks a lot easier than other models, based on what I've been told. Working at 100 degrees has been pretty good so far. I'm hoping if I go to a higher temperature, that will even make it more easier, but so far 100 works. As long as we don't damage the screen, then I think we should be fine. See that? It's coming out real quick. It's coming out real quick. Okay. I like what I'm seeing so far. If anyone knows something I'm doing wrong, you can leave in the comments and let me know. I'm not sure why it's not sticking to the. Not sure why the suction is not holding down the screen for me to work. Okay, that sounds about right. If you guys know a better way to figure this out, if anyone has gone through this problem before, please let me know in the comments. That way I can be more efficient working this. This is the only thing taking so long. That should have been done by now. So I'll be taking this back out. Take the string back out. That way I can go from a different angle. It looks like it's almost all done. Taking the glass out is almost done. Had the whole refurbishing. So we have this out. I'll try going up from the top. So let's see if I can get that out if I go through the top. If it would just stick, it's been moving a lot, so that's better. Let's see if it's gonna help it. Let's see if I can go from the top and get that part out. It's been really tough getting that out. Is it out already? So I'm trying to cut through. I stuck to the bezel. I'm sure there should be an easier way to. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it. Let's see if it comes out. Okay, looks like it's out. Look at that. That looks pretty good. The iPhone 12 screen should be easy to refurbish. Just looking at, so right there, you can see there's a speaker mesh, like a filter thing Apple puts just to make sure dust and debris doesn't get in the ear speaker. So that was why it was kind of difficult for me to get the glass off the top. Oh yeah, we can see that glass is stuck. I'll just take it out. It looks good. Okay, so now I'll test it out just to make sure it still works because it'll be pointless. Because it'll be pointless after we take out the glass. It doesn't work. We'll not want to go to the next stage if it's not gonna work. So next stage will be taking out the glue and putting the new glass on it. That should need a laminating machine and an air bubble machine, which I'll show in the next video. So let's just see if the screen works. It means I had a successful first day refurbishing iPhone 12 screen. So fingers crossed, turning it on. Yeah, Apple logo comes on. See if the touch works and there's no damage on the display. So it's glue. We'll need to use a glue remover and yeah, we'll need to use a glue remover to take it out. Oh, look, it still works. Look, it still works. So I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold this. Because of the glue, it's not coming through. So yeah, you can see. Looks like it works pretty good. So this top, I think that's where we had the problem. So right there is where we have a problem. So I'll just try to take out the glue before I end this video. Take out the glue just to test and see. I don't want to put the new glass on just because it won't be worth doing all that since I won't be using the screen anyways. So in my next video, I will get an actual screen, which is this one right here. No, not this one. Sorry. In my next video, I'll get an actual crack screen. I think this one still, the touch works in this one. So I'll refurbish this one all the way to the end and hopefully it's successful. But definitely after my experience today, I think I should be able to do it without any problems. So now I'll try to clean up this screen, clean up the glue just to make sure we have that process intact. You can see that. That looks pretty good. So I'll leave the heat plate on, put the screen back just for it to soften the adhesive a little more while I get the glue remover. So this is the glue remover I'm going to be using. I got this from AliExpress, LCD ochre remover. I've never used it. I heard it's pretty good. It should help remove the glue pretty quick. I also got this right here. It's I forget what they call it. It's like glue removing machine. I forget the name. I'll probably, if you guys know, leave that in the comments. Or it needs to be charred. Okay, let's see how if this works. Gotta turn it on. Turns on. Now see if it takes out the glue. Kind of does, yeah. So you can see here. Let's try to take this glue out. Yeah, it does help. Really, it's a really good device. Really good tool you probably might need to get. I'm just going around, careful, so I don't damage, even though I don't really care about this screen anymore. Pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna save. Oops, got in my gloves. This is gonna save some time, so you probably want to get one of these glue removers. Because using my finger, I don't know, it's gonna take a longer time, and it feels more difficult when I actually try to. Or it's not that bad using my fingers, but I might push down too much in it and damage the screen. So yeah, this is pretty good. It does a better job than my finger too. So there are easier ways you guys know to do any of these processes. Please leave them in the comments so I can use whatever tips you guys have. It's a lot easier for me to do a screen refurbish compared to most beginners, just because I already have experience with phones. So it's not as difficult as it would be if I was a beginner. So hopefully this can help most of you guys who are just starting to get into phone refurbish. You can also check my phone repair videos. That way you can learn more about phone repairs if that's something you're looking to get into. And I'll posting a lot more repair videos, tips, also refurbishing tips, what I learned from uh, refurbishing, easy ways, and more stuff like that. So, and if there's something you guys want me to talk about in any upcoming videos, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to talk about whatever topic. So you just got to keep doing this process. Same thing, you're just trying to get the glue off. And you keep doing it till you think you've gotten enough out. Then I think I'll clean it with the LCD ochre remover to make it super clean, because you want it super clean. That way you don't have any bubble or dust. Because I know from my experience from putting screen protectors, um, if there's a single dust, it leaves a bubble between the screen and the screen protector. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be the same when it comes to this. So that looks pretty good, I think. Yeah. And that just falls off. Okay, now I'll be using the local remover. I mean the ochre remover. I'll not be using the local in this video. So I'll grab a piece of cloth. Mm. Okay, I've never used this before, so it's my first time. See the magic it has. I heard it's really good when it comes to taking out glue. Kind of smells like rubbing alcohol, but it might be a more powerful rubbing alcohol, I guess. Just put my gloves just to protect myself. You always want to protect yourself. Oh wow, look at that. It looks like it's gonna clean it pretty fast, which is good. Just keep going around. Make sure you don't push too hard, that way you don't break the LCD, because right now it looks like it could break easily. So be careful when you're applying force while you clean it. Yeah, this is doing a really good job. I recommend you guys look to get ochre remover if you're trying to do this. think in my opinion, so far, this looks like once I get a hang of this, it should probably take me. Oh, there's a scratch here. So be careful when you clean it. You can make a scratch on the LCD, which I just saw. So yeah, don't put a lot of force and take your time so you don't damage it any further. So yeah, that looks pretty clean. I think after this, I'll probably use a microfiber cloth to clean it. I might not do that this time just because I don't need this LCD anyways. Yeah, I'll just test it one more time. So just clean it a little bit more just to make it shiny. I think a microfiber cloth would be way better to clean this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so now finally I'll just test it just to see everything works. So we'll know if it was a successful cleanup. So turn it on, see if it works. Yeah, powers up, but now we got to see if the touch function still works like it was. Okay, it looks like it still works like it was, so that's good. So yeah, it works pretty good. Works pretty good. Yeah. So the problems when we get above here. So the problems when we get above here, that's where we have the touch problem. So yeah, this screen is no good. I don't think there's no way I know how to fix that, but if you guys know, please leave that in the comments. That way you can help everyone out, everyone watching this video who's trying to do this, but I don't know of any way so far to fix a touch problem. I think it's probably, even if there's a way, it's probably a really complicated way to fix it. So yeah, I think that's pretty good so far. In my next video, I'll be using an actual screen that I'll refurbish from start to finish. If you'd like to follow my phone refurbishing journey, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I post a new video. Check the video on the right for more videos like this. And for my phone refurbishing journey, check the playlist on the left. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.